Hi everybody, my name is Jess and I own Sweaty Ganesh Yoga in Eugene, Oregon. I'm here today to talk about building a solid plank pose. And the thing about plank is it asks a lot of your body, a lot of muscles required, a lot of strength required for this posture, and it's the foundation for vinyasa practices in most cases. So the first thing you need to do to build a good plank is to have your shoulders stacked above your wrists and your feet hip width apart. So just stacking your joints looks a little bit like this. Shoulders stacked above the wrists, feet hip width apart, up here on the toes, or the balls of the feet, whatever your body will allow here. The next piece of this focuses on your lower belly. So plank requires a lot of upper body strength, but to support that you need your lower belly engaged. You need to ground your tailbone down. So what we often see in plank pose is people who are still building strength in the upper body and the low belly, and the belly starts to sink down. The problem with this is that it puts a lot of pressure on the shoulders, and it's not a very efficient posture. So to fix this, you need to pull the low belly in, lift the back of the waist. You might hear yoga instructors say, fill the back body. Same idea. And then root the tailbone down to make some space. So once you've got your low belly engaged, the next piece of this focuses on what's going on with your upper back. You want to press the floor away from you to broaden your upper back. What we often see in yoga classes is people who start to sink in their shoulders, just like this. The problem is that your shoulders start to move forward, the trapezius muscles engage too much in your back, and it creates too much weight and pressure on the shoulders. So to fix this, press the floor away to broaden your upper back. It should feel a little bit easier. It might feel at first when you start to do this like you are rounding your spine, and we're going to fix that in just a second with the next step. Now we want to think about pulling the heart and sternum forward so you broaden your chest as well. So essentially we're asking for space and length in both your back and your chest for this posture. And now I'm going to pull the heart and sternum forward to broaden out my chest. Your neck needs to be in line with your spine. So it's going to be hard to pull the heart and sternum forward if your neck is dipping down. So to recap, here's everything you need to do to build a solid plank. Stack your wrists underneath your shoulders, feet hip width apart. Pull the low belly and root the tailbone down so you are grounded there in the tailbone, the low belly is engaged. Press the floor away with your hands, broaden the upper back. Lift the neck up in line with the spine. Pull the heart and sternum forward and breathe. So if you're finding this difficult or uncomfortable, and many of us do, go ahead and try holding a solid plank pose for 20 seconds a day. If that's too much, maybe drop it down to 10 seconds or consider dropping to your knees and just holding it. If you start little by little, you will gradually build the strength you need to hold this posture in a way that feels like you're doing it easefully, with grace, and while breathing.